For those of you that don't know, I also write. Let me know if you guys want to hear more about my articles. So what I'm basically doing is finding one of my interesting articles that I personally write and then speaking about them or reiterating some of the ideas that I had in the article in a video. Let me know if this is something that you guys like and if you want to see more of it, right? And if you don't, let me know as well. And that also helps the algorithm. I love you all. Hey, welcome back. This is your very handsome host, Crossfield, and today we're going to be talking about tipping. Yes, I've written this topic down several times in my notes. It's about time that we talk about tipping. This is a topic that I have mixed feelings on. As a teenager, I felt as though since tipping was optional, why then would I choose the option that cost me more money? As I grew up, I realized that people don't really care for people who don't tip. Did I really change how I felt because of my improved morals over time? Or did I change because I knew how other people would look at me if I didn't tip? Is it fair to question one's character for not tipping? I'm sure there are way worse things that someone can do besides not tipping. I always wondered why people view me as such a villain. Don't you also not want to pay? Obviously, this is a bit more of an immature mindset, seeing that a lot of these thoughts stem from a 16-year-old version of myself. To this day, I haven't necessarily changed my mind completely on the idea of tipping. However, a video by Adam Conover from Adam Ruins Everything explains why tipping for a large portion of history was actually viewed as a negative. Make sure you check that one out. As I grew up, I matured and I realized the value of giving. One of the biggest reasons why this belief grew on me was through my belief as a Christian and through my personal growth as a person. I realized that we all, to some degree, want to be given to, and yet most of us don't really want to do the giving. Be a cheerful giver, the Bible says. So I try to incorporate that into my life as best as I can. And I've always been an immensely grateful person. So I figure that there's plenty of people out there who would kill to be in my position. It's only right that I pay it forward to someone else who may not be in the same position as me. In my more immature days, I thought, well, if you're being paid so low, it's because you have a job that anyone can do. In my eyes, there was a simple solution to this. Obtain a job that not everyone can do. Why should I feel bad for someone who chose a job that anyone can do? My advice to those at that age was to simply pick a job that pays more. Pick a job that not everyone can do. Shout out to the late, great Kevin Samuels, because he really opened my eyes on blue-collar workers and on some of these easier jobs. He opened my eyes to help me realize that those same workers should be looked at as some of the most valuable people. While some of them have a job in which most people can do, most people won't, and most people don't want to do those jobs. I, for one, don't want to be a cashier at McDonald's. I don't want to be on fries at McDonald's. However, I want my fries nice and crispy when I order them. I don't want to be a janitor. However, every facility that I walk into, I want it looking and smelling clean. Most people would agree that they want these exact same things. How can we look down on people that are trying to make our lives easier? There are a group of jobs out there in which I don't want to do, but they need to be done by someone. If it were that easy to get a new job, most people would just up and do that. Blue-collar workers and people who work in the service industry make the sacrifice for the greater good. And that is something that I can truly admire. These are jobs that we all need as a society to keep functioning. I'm pretty sure that the janitor doesn't want to be mopping up throw up and poop. But yet, if you walk into an establishment that has poop on the ground, you'd be disgusted. For a lot of people, you can't ever pay them enough to even do a fraction of that job. The vast majority of millionaires were created on the backs of the blue collar. Everyone wants to be a millionaire, not realizing that the same people that some look down on are the same people that they need to build their wealth. There's times that I give a bigger tip than I normally would, and that's due to the newfound level of respect and appreciation that I have for the blue collar. One of the bigger issues that I take on this tipping stance is that I should not feel obligated to give. I should not be guilt-tripped into giving. It is not my fault that they willingly signed up for a job that needs tipping in order for ends to meet. It is not my fault that the manager underpays them illegally, something in which no one seems to care about. It is not my job to make up for their lack of salary. It is well known that jobs that need a tip are well below minimum wage, which again, I could have swore is illegal. All this does is have the people who run the establishment get away with murder. Wouldn't it be more feasible to pay your employees a livable wage and increase the prices of the food? I've seen quite a few receipts have gratuity written on the bill already, as in the tip is already added to the final price. Yet these establishments have the audacity to then put a line for the tip after the tip is calculated into the final price. I have to tip you twice now. So the final price already has gratuity added into it. Then on top of that, they are then given another line asking for more gratuity. One might call that a shady practice. You're going to force me to tip you twice? All I'm asking for is to give me the option. Give me the free will. If I refuse to tip you twice, am I a monster? Am I a bad person? To continue this article, make sure you check out the link below. Make sure you subscribe, please. I work hard. Donations are also welcomed. I love you all.